Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. The Magi here to remind all of you out there not to just fall into patterns of buying certain products or skipping over certain products. Take a moment and reflect on the product and your evolving needs and do what makes sense for you as a player and a member of the arena community. This season, Dusknour is focused on that horror genre and all of those fears that us 1/1 human tokens tend to share. But you know what I really find horrifying? Only 1/3 of the viewers that regularly watch my content have subscribed to the channel. So come on guys, take a moment, sub to the channel, support the content, and be sure to check your notification settings so you never miss out on a thing. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. The first important metric that I think we need to keep in mind as we delve a little deeper into this is exactly how many gems you could get for the equivalent dollar value of purchasing these bundles. For instance, on the pass bundle for the $15 purchase price, you can get approximately 2,350 gems added to your account, dollar for dollar. Do keep in mind that this analysis is basically plus or minus a penny, just to keep the math somewhat simple. Additionally, the new play bundle and its $25 purchase price would scoop you up 5,000 gems, and the unchanged pack bundle for $50 would get you 9,200 gems. Now, as we get going talking about the 3 individual bundles, don't get too hung up on the characters or cosmetics that you see on the screen. Those are going to change from season to season, but the economics behind it doesn't. So you might see some older sets showing up on screen, but the underlying economics is still going to be ringing true. And speaking of cosmetics, I am a firm believer that cosmetics don't win games. So typically I don't assign any financial value to cosmetics, but that is a highly subjective sort of thing. So you might feel totally different about how you want to value cosmetics, and that is totally okay. Play the game the way you want to. All right, so now let's dive into the individual bundles. And I'm going to start with the lowest price, the $15 pass bundle. Of course, again, these are in US dollars because, well, that's where I am. And they don't include things like sales tax and transaction fees. We're looking at just the suggested retail price rounded up to the nearest dollar. Now, as we discussed just a moment ago, $15 would net you about 2,350 gems. And the real question here is, how much value do we get out of this pass? The Mastery Pass that comes included has a net gem value of 2,200 gems. And rare cards, I put a value of 20 gems. Because, well, that's what they give me when I open my 5th rare. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know that cosmetics items like sleeves and pets, while very cool and definitely appealing to a certain type of player, I am not that sort of player. These do not add any value to me whatsoever. So that puts the gem value of this bundle at only 2,220 gems, falling just short of the 2,350 gems that could have been purchased for $15. Now, if you're not sure where I'm pulling these gem values for things like the Mastery Pass, rare cards, drafts, packs, etc., definitely check out my video on the Mastery Pass valuation because I go very in-depth on that. My overall conclusion on the new pass bundle is, while it only falls a little bit short, it is short. And frankly, I can see no reason to purchase the pass bundle as opposed to grinding into the Mastery Pass and purchasing it with gems without any cash outlay. I know there's going to be some people that make an argument that they don't play enough to grind into something like the Mastery Pass, but my counter argument there is if you're not playing enough to grind into it, that also means you're not playing enough to get full value out of the Mastery Pass purchase. So Mastery Pass may simply not be for you, or it might be a good time to reconsider or change your play style and get on the Planeswalker Stronghold plan. All right, now let's move on to the play bundle, and we're actually going to look at this two different ways. The first that you're looking at right now is my own free-to-play analysis based on how I play the game and how I recommend economically you play the game as well. First off, you're getting 2 draft tokens. And while those draft tokens are redeemable for either premium or traditional draft methods, the reality is, for me, those are replacing a quick draft. And I value a quick draft at approximately 750 gems. And the 2 of them only gives us about 1,500 gems. The sealed token, similarly, when you look at that versus having bought packs, which I don't even recommend buying packs, I put the value on that down to about 1,350 gems. When you add in the 5 play points, which honestly, that's pretty hard to determine a value for. So use your own judgment there. But a rare card, again, only adds about 20 gems. And the sleeve itself, again, adds no value for me. So for me, I'm only getting about 2870 gems on this, far below the 5,000 gems that I could get spending that same $25 just buying straight gems. But on the other hand, if you have a little bit looser budget and you are in the habit of buying gems in order to participate in 2 premier drafts, for instance, and 1 sealed event, then you are pretty much at value here. And in fact, you're getting those 5 play points, a rare card, and the sleeve featuring Koth essentially for free. So while this is a good value and a little better if you value that rare and the cosmetics, you're pretty much just breaking even on this. So if the sealed token, for instance, isn't something you enjoy playing, or you'd rather have an additional draft token or something like that, then this starts to lose its value pretty quickly, even with the looser ability to have more of a budget. Now, when it comes to individual rares or mythics that might be showing up in these bundles, I use a very quick and simple method like I talked about, but as an alternative, you could also look at the wildcard bundles at a particular rarity and work backwards from those prices. And if you did, you would get a 400 gem rare value and an 850 gem mythic value. I will never use those values because that's not actually what I pay for them. And just to be absolutely clear here, I never actually recommend buying these wildcard bundles because there is plenty of opportunity in here for free to play. And well, I just don't think these represent a good value. All right, and last and certainly not least is the $50 pack bundle. We talked earlier about, based on the amount of money, this would have a typical gem value of about 9,200. But 50 packs and the associated 5 free golden packs will typically give you a value of about 10,000. When you also look at the rare that comes in this, that's another 20 gems worth of value. If you ask me, you might see even more value there. And certainly depending upon the individual rare that's chosen and your plans for playing that card or having it in your collection or not, you could certainly do a very different value there. But even with just that 20 gem value, you're looking at about a 9% discount or premium through the $50 pack bundle, as opposed to trying to do this strictly through gems. Alternatively, if you look at buying the 50 packs plus a rare that is available through the Arena store, and then added in another 5 random packs and the 5 associated golden packs for free, you still come up with a value of about 10,000 gems. Buying that 45 packs plus a rare is actually something I recommend almost every single season, although I tend to recommend doing that as a free-to-play move, just saving up your gold/gems for that. So guys, there's my thoughts, my evaluations of the value in these packages, or in some cases not. What do you guys think? Do you agree with these valuations? Do you use something different? How do you treat these pre-order bundles? Is this something you do each season, or is it something like me that you tend to avoid? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And before we go, while every member of this community is important to me, I just wanted to take a moment and give a shout out to those patrons providing financial support and keeping the Stronghold from being a complete financial black hole. And of course, let me leave you with some suggestions for your next step here on the channel.